Hello everybody. I am doing a full moon and Mercury Retrograde meditation. So excited. Thanks for joining me. To be honest, I'm on day 2 of my cycle. Hi. So I'm feeling a little low energy, so this meditation will probably be quicker, on the quicker side of things. Hi. Excited to see you here. Hi everyone. Getting ready for our full moon and Mercury Retrograde meditation. I actually forgot it was going to be Mercury Retrograde when I scheduled this. And then I was like, oh yeah, that too. So I planned that in a little bit. Before I get started, I wanted to say that I am celebrating with Bex from House of Our Queer for finishing our first week of the challenge, or our only week. We finished the week of the challenge. It was really fun. It was all about connecting to the body in various ways. So through the way that we eat and relate to our bodies, to the way that we experience sexuality and sensuality. It's just really fun. And if you missed it, the course materials are available for purchase for pretty cheap right now. So the workbook and the guided meditations are for sale, and they are in the link in my bio if you want to check it out. So full moon time. The full moon is going into Pisces sometime tonight or later today, depending on where you are. This could be an emotional time. I think I've been feeling it. Today and yesterday, feeling a little bit more emotional. It could be because I'm on day 2 of my cycle as well. But yeah, emotions might be rising. You might be experiencing more intuition. You might feel more connected to your dreams. It's actually something I've been doing that I've been wanting to talk about, which I will at another time. So it might be an invitation for you to set some boundaries with others, or even with yourself, or with something like technology. And it might be an invitation to feel whatever is coming up so that you can feel through it, experience it, and eventually release that or integrate that into your experience. And of course, the infamous Mercury has gone into retrograde. So what does this mean? This just means that Mercury is going backwards. It's starting through the sign of Libra, and then later, I think on the 23rd, it's going to go through Virgo. Yeah, that sounds right. But right now it's in Libra, and that's a time of balance. So I think on this full moon too, we can integrate that idea of balance, especially with our emotions. The balance between feeling them and like sitting in them and sitting with them. And then also like not wanting to stay there too long. That can be a great thing to find balance around. But Mercury retrograde isn't always bad. I actually tend to really like it. I think it has a bad rep, but it can just be an invitation to reflect. And this moon is the last moon of summer as we turn the wheel of the year into the darker part of the year. It's almost fall, at least where I am. And I like fall a lot. But fall can also be a very hard season, and the transition can be tricky for some, for sure. So that might be something we experience coming up. But I am going to go Halloween decor shopping soon, so that'll always pick me right back up. So yeah, and full moons are also about releasing. So in the new moon phase, we set some intentions maybe. And in this phase, we can think about what we can release, what we can let go of. So we'll be doing a little bit of that in our meditation. So I'm going to play some music. I'm not sure if you're really going to be able to hear it. I'll turn the volume up a little on my computer. But if you can't hear it, it's okay. So I'll invite you to close your eyes if it's safe to do so. If you're doing this while you're driving, don't do that. And I'll invite you to start just by taking some nice deep breaths. Maybe this is the first time that you've taken deep intentional breaths today. I know it is for me. Maybe on an exhale you can sigh it out and feel some of that tension drop from your shoulders. That's what happened to me. And then I'll invite you to start with a body scan, starting from the bottom of your toes or the bottom of your body. If you are touching the ground, go ahead and press the bottom of your feet into the ground, the floor below you. Feeling that connection between your body and the earth below you. And then just start to become aware of your body as you raise your awareness up to your ankles, up your shins and your calves. Imagining that every exhale is relaxing you, allowing your body to sit more heavily in your chair or wherever you're sitting or laying. Scanning up to your knees. And as we do this, just noticing what's coming up in the body. Not judging, not putting a label of good or bad, just noticing up the thighs, into the hips, the sacral area. If you're holding on to any tension in any of these places, gently releasing that as best you can. Into the lower back, the belly, perhaps sending your breath to the belly so that the belly expands on your inhale, relaxing on every exhale. Moving up into your chest. Maybe you send the breath there as well. Also noticing any emotions that might be present, like I feel a little bit of watery emotion in my chest. Breathing into the upper back. Into the neck. Noticing any tension there. Maybe trying to drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe rolling them up, back, and down. Into the traps in the shoulders. Down the arms to the elbows. And the forearms and the wrists. And then noticing the hands, almost forgot what they're called, and imagining like you are collecting some of that energy that you just cultivated and spread in your palms, allowing your palms to feel tingly and warm perhaps, with every breath sending more and more energy and intention into the palms. And every exhale still relaxing deeper and deeper. And then you might choose to take those palms and slowly start to move them together, not touching, creating a little ball of sorts. Maybe even pulsing a little. Seeing if you can feel that like sticky, magnetic pull of energy Maybe even feeling like you can feel it, the little ball. It can help to move from the elbows when you're doing these pulses. I'd like to invite you to imagine that this is a healing ball of light. Of love. And then think about wherever needs some extra love in your body right now. Your heart, your shoulders. I'm going to do my sacral area for my cramps. Then go ahead and slowly move that ball of energy. And place your hands on that area of the body. Breathing in that hopefully nurturing energy that you just created. Knowing that you're capable of creating your own energy. Now I'll invite you to bring your intention to something that you want to release. This could be related to the intention that you set at the new moon. It could be something that's been coming up recently, or not. And as you breathe inside of your body, I'd like you to imagine the energy's pulling up an area of the body, maybe in the solar plexus area. All these energy particles of the thing that you want to release are kind of just sticking together and growing on every inhale. Imagining that energy of the thing that you're releasing gathering and growing. And noticing any resistance. Even though we want to release some things, we have an attachment to it sometimes. And that can feel interesting and surprising. So just notice that resistance if you feel any. Or if you don't feel any, that's great. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and move that ball up to your chest, to your throat. And on the next few exhales, imagine that that's leaving your body. It's going into the space around you, and it's being carried away, dissolved, taken back. Maybe it goes back to the moon. Maybe it goes to the earth. You can feel it leaving your body on every exhale. Maybe you feel yourself get lighter and lighter the more that you exhale this out. A few more moments to do that. And I want you to return to the body. Noticing how it feels now that we did all this. If it feels different or the same as when we started. And if it feels different, what's different? Noticing if there's any imbalance in the body, physically or emotionally. So physically it could be like leaning to one side, feeling more tense on one side. It could feel like a heaviness somewhere in the body. It could feel like a lot of things. And then if it is a place in the body, perhaps you place a hand there. you just take a moment to ask that heart, that imbalance, that discomfort or stickiness, what it needs from you. Sometimes all it wants is to be heard and seen. So maybe that's what yours desires too. And I'm feeling the urge to hug myself, so I'm going to do it. You can do whatever your body is calling you to do. Do any movements that feel good. And bring your breath back to normal, whatever normal is for you. Before you open your eyes, I'd like to invite you to tilt your head down. Maybe even place your hands somewhere on the body. And then slowly open your eyes so that your body is the first thing that you see when you open your eyes. It feels so grounding to do that. That felt good. To me, I feel really mellow and really relaxed. Maybe like too relaxed. I feel like I got lost there. But yeah, this can be an emotional time for so many reasons. And I just want to give you that permission. Let me turn the music down. That permission to feel into the thing that's coming up for you. But also like give you the permission to not feel if you don't want to. You know, I think we think that there's a perfect way to do things or to do our healing, and there's not. And it's okay to take things slow. Like today, for example, for me, I really want to celebrate this full moon in like a big, beautiful way, but I don't have the energy. And part of me feels like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I'm letting myself down, or like letting the moon down. I don't know, but it's for me to figure out. But yeah, like it's okay to do things at your own pace and for things to ebb and flow. That's actually what the first episode of Bloomcast is about, my new mini podcast, and that comes out on Monday. And the first episode is all about like perfectionism in the spiritual space and feeling like we have to be devout and perfect, which is kind of a leftover from the internalized Christianity that some of us grew up with. But to end this, I digress. To end this, I'm going to do a quick little oracle card pull to leave you with a reflection question. It's from Woodland Wardens. Brenna, you know this one because I use it all the time. So I'm just going to think about a question or a prompt that we all need to hear as we go into this retrograde, as we experience this full moon with all its watery feelings, as we leave summer behind, navigating the grief or excitement or both that might be coming with the change of seasons. My friend always says the phrase like, I'm a slut for, so I'm a slut for fall. I can't wait. Okay. This is the card for us. Ooh, I like this a lot. I'm ready to. The Bear and Cedar, Leadership. This is by Jessica Rue? Probably Rue. Jessica Rue. So let me read the prompt for leadership. So it's number 4. Roman numerals. What are those? Okay. So The bear and the cedar calls us to be powerful but benevolent, embodying the qualities of a great leader. Bears are emperors of the woodland and guardians of the forest. Paired with cedar, a plant known for its healing, protective, and cleansing qualities, this card invites us into mature authority. And this was upright. The spirit of the bear is guiding you to leadership opportunities and reminding you to rule with fairness and care. That's cool. How can I be a better leader is the reflection question. I like that. I feel like for me that applies to like inner leadership. I love that. I'm gonna have to reflect on that in just a minute. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say was if you want more fall yumminess, I am doing Fall Flow Mindful Embodiment on September 23rd, the day after the autumn equinox, at 5 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are sliding scale and they're super cheap. They're from $5 to $10. Pay whatever you can in that range. There's going to be some meditation and some reflection. Most of it will be for yoga asana flowing movement, and then we'll do a little bit of breath work. I've never done breath work as a group, but don't worry, it'll be okay. It'll be fun. And then we'll close with some like nice, yummy restorative practices. And I think it'll be a very fun way to dive into fall. And lastly, I know a little lady here knows all about this, but I've launched a membership community with Nature Tarot, my friend, that we do first and third quarter moon readings together, so that name might sound familiar, but we've just launched a Blooming Wild, and there are 3 tiers. I don't remember everything that's in each one, but they're only $3, $8, and $13. So super cheap, super affordable. There's a new moon circle for every one. There is guided meditations for every tier, and there is tarot pulls in some form at every tier. So that's also super fun. All of those things are all in the link in my bio. And I'll be posting about them, you can bet. So thank you everyone for joining me for this full moon and retrograde meditation and just being here with me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend.